What's up guys, Random Andrew here. At the end of the last video, you will have seen a frustrated me trying to figure out why the car was still, why the coolant lines weren't heating up, why the rad wasn't heating up. Brand new water pump, brand new rad, brand new thermostat. Things weren't making sense. And then I took about the closer part of a half an hour, I'm gonna say. It may have been longer, may have been less. Bleeding all the air out of the system. I'll show you where that's done. But needless to say, we got her done. Once all the air was bled out, so here's your thermostat filler, your thermostat housing, and it's also a filler tube. You've got a bleeder valve down there, way down in here, that goes off to your heater core. Like it's for the lines for the heater core, and then you've also got this here. So yeah, it just took some time, some patience. I also wedged a little screwdriver under here, just a little block to hold it up even higher and get the highest point for air to escape right there. And eventually I got it. Started feeling this heating up. Started feeling this side heating up, and then this side, and then underneath. Yeah, so now we just got to figure out the problem with the fan. That fan right there, it's not kicking on for nothing. And also, it could be because I have my power steering fan removed. Hold on a sec, guys. Join me under the car. We shall have a look at things. Alright, so you can tell right away that there's a little bit of an oil leak going on, right? And it's a seal for a sensor that's on the front of the motor. So then it's a fairly, if you watch Mod Mini on YouTube, he does a full walkthrough how to change it. Well, we should have that guy back in here. I'll worry about that later. It's a little clip, nothing big. So we follow back. You see these two bolts that I've put back in here. Well, that's for where the power steering fan mounts up. It's electric power steering pump. My lines are a little leaky. I plan on addressing this eventually. Not driving it right now, so it's not a big deal at this moment. But if you have a look, there's no fan here. Here's a plug for it. I've read that the fan for the power steering pump and the fan for the rad are on the same relay, and if one's out, the other might not work. Well, that's not going to be too big of a deal once I can get it ordered. We'll get that ordered, and then we'll know for sure if the fan's going to turn on, and if not, we might just have to hardwire that fan, the low speed, to accessories. I don't know. You guys got any better suggestions beyond that? So I've got my crash tubes. My crash tube here, or crush tube. There's another one right here. And I've got them loosened off because I'm working on bumper fitment. But aside from on the subframe piece here, what do you want to call this front? I'm pretty sure that's cross. No, I'm drawing a blank on the name, guys. Anyways, is that, you know, it's a little bit, got a little bit of surface rust on it, but that's nothing bad at all. Otherwise, you go back and you have a further look under the Mini. This Cooper is pretty dang clean, you know, for a 14-year-old car. Exhaust is going to have some work done soon, but it's not leaking right now, so it doesn't bother me. If you look over here, all those major points, everything's nice and clean on this car. I'm noticing a bushing here for the control arm. Just going to need some control arm bushings, might replace with some urethane ones. I really, really wish I could replace this whole thing here with a tubular control arm. That would be wicked. Not just this one. This one too. Of course. You never do just one side. And then all my links, tie rod ends, everything that I would need to have corresponding to it. I would love to have this set up as a track Mini. Before I can do that, this transmission is going to have to be replaced with a 6-speed so that it can take the abuse of being on the track. But yeah, it's a brand new rad in here. New pump. Everything's working pretty good. I'm just going to work on the fitting of this front bumper. I thought maybe I could get a little bit of, oh man, it's bright over here. Hold on a sec. It's a nice day. Why stay inside? Put on the hat and the sunglasses and head on out. Like, look. Blue skies here in southwestern Ontario. Anyways, back to what I was saying about this. I thought I could get a little bit of more room of adjustability out of it, because this side looked a little low once the bumper cover was back on, but I think it's all going to be in just the fitment of the bumper cover. I don't know why the alignment's off a little bit, but it might have been something I did putting this back together. Nothing big, just like an adjustment or something. I'm still new to the car, so I'm still working on figuring these things out. But I mean, right now everybody's in isolation and confinement. No guests, no company ever comes around, so I sit out here working on my car on the nice days. And the other days, Gran Turismo 6. Yeah, doing a lot of video gaming. Can't live stream that stuff for you guys. I would if I could. I've had some really amazing laps, various different tracks, of course, but the new PlayStation stuff or the new Xbox stuff, if I had one of those, I could live stream that stuff for you. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about. We're working on the car, a real car here today. So I'm gonna finish figuring out the fitment of the bumper cover. I got a couple things to zip tie. See, we do love zip ties, and just, you know, clips that were old and busted when they come off, just so everything's secure. Otherwise, oh yeah, I gotta do this little clamp here too. Like, what is with these ridiculous clamps? I do not like these things. I like the old school with the screw ring clamp. But otherwise, yeah, I'll finish the fitment of the bumper and I'll catch you guys up. Alright, so it's gonna end up being a little bit shorter of a video than the last one because there wasn't much to do today. I pulled the front bumper cover off. Yeah, I think that's how I left yous last. Anyways, it's been about an hour or two since I picked the camera up. And I put everything back together after just trying to see if I could better the fitment. Oh, I gotta tighten my crash tubes too. Not that important right to this moment, but yeah. Turns out, all that I set out to do, I could do from a little bolt that's horizontally in right here, a little 8mm. You loosen it off a bit, and it lets you adjust the freaking bumper alignment. Jeez, if I had paid more of that, that was probably like the 5 seconds in Mod Mini's video where I might have turned my head and not been listening. It's on this side too, see, right in here. Same access hole you used to take these out and put these in. I know they're a little long, but they don't hit anything, so it's all good. So now, I guess I really haven't shown you guys how the Mini sounds. So I'm gonna take it down off my makeshift ramps, and then put you guys around back of the car. We'll give it a couple revs, let you hear it. I mean, it's no 4G63, but it's my Mini, right? So close her on up. I still want to be under there, so I'm not closing it secure yet. You know what, guys? I really haven't heard it on the camera either, or really heard a good sound of the exhaust note from behind. So let's get you set up. And I wouldn't mind seeing, because it's hard to see what comes out of the car when you're in the car revving it. It's on cold side. I can actually see water in the exhaust, but I don't think it's coolant though. I hope like hell that it ain't. Woo, like that. Oh, in case you guys hear that in the background, just a neighbor working on a project. Sounds kind of crazy through the camera, I bet. So, you know, in the long run, now that I've done all the work on the cooling system, let's take a quick peek. I see no leakage. Those wires hanging down, that's just for the fog lights that you noticed I removed. Brackets are busted. And I wanted to take them off and clean them up. Obviously, fix the brackets. You know, gotta love this little thing. You know what? I'll get you guys to keep an eye on this for me. I'm gonna give her a couple of revs and see if I can't get some of that exhaust to come out of there. Or yeah, we'll give it some revs and see if some exhaust will come out. We're gonna give it some revs and see if we can't get some of that fluid out of there. See what happens. Did it work? Did any fluid come out? No, I still see it in there, just not as bad. Well, you know, it's just a concern because if I see a large amount of fluid coming out of there continually, I'm gonna think that some fluid is somehow getting into the combustion chamber and coming out when the exhaust valve opens, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm just glad. I mean, even if I end up one day having to do a head gasket on this car, $500 car, it's still going to be worth doing that. But I don't, like, listen to that. I don't think that's the problem at all here. Let's go check the temperature now that it's been running for a good few minutes. Keep in mind, before I show you, look at that. It says it's 16.5 degrees today. There's my mileage. I gotta get a OBD2 hooked up and see what the light's about. But, so no fan running. The car's been running this long, and that temperature ain't gonna come up much higher than that unless I leave it running for a lot longer. That's pretty good. I think we nailed the coolant problem, or the water pump issue. So, from inside the Mini, I'm gonna end this video right here because I don't think I have anything else to show you today. I'm gonna do a big cleanup on it, and then we'll do a walk around and all the way around, discover things about it, you know, do Mini stuff. Little things. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully a longer video next time, but I finally was able to show you the Mini running. As soon as the drive test centers here in Ontario open, we'll be going for a drive. So, until then, well, not until then, but until the next video, we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit the subscribe, notification bell so that you know that's right beside the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. You'll know when I release new videos. You'll be like one of the first. I'll make sure of it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.